Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. Students, welcome to the science class. This is your science book, which is Science Fact File 1. Today we are going to start the exercise of chapter number 7, which is forces and their effects, on the page number 98. The first question is multiple choice questions. Students, in these questions you have 4 answers of each question. You must choose the correct answer of the question. So let's start. The first one is, which of these instruments can be used for measuring force? The A option is a hydrometer, B option is a Newton meter, C option is a voltmeter, and D option is an altimeter. Students, we have learned that we use Newton meter to measure the force. So the correct option is B, a Newton meter. So mark it. The second one is, what are the units of force? A option is joules, B option is kilograms, C option is newtons, and D option is pascals. And the correct option is newtons. We have learned that the unit of force is Newton. So mark it. And the third one is, what are the units of weight? The A option is joules, B option is kilograms, C option is newtons, and D option is pascals. Students, we have learned that weight is also a force and we measure the weight in newtons. So mark the option C, that is correct option. The fourth one is, water has a density of 1 gram per centimeter cube. Which of these statement is true? The A option is, objects with density much lower than 1 gram per centimeter cube will sink quickly. B option is, objects with a density lower than 1 gram per centimeter cube will float. C option is, objects with a density a little higher than 1 gram per centimeter cube will float. The D option is, objects with a density slightly lower than 1 gram per centimeter cube will sink slowly. Students, we have learned that if the density of water has 1 gram per centimeter cube and the object density is less than the 1 gram per centimeter cube, that object will float on the water. So the B option is correct. And the option is, objects with a density lower than 1 gram per centimeter cube will float. The fifth one is, a metal block has a volume of 1000 centimeter cube and weighs 20 Newton in air. 1000 centimeter cube of water weighs 10 Newton. What will be the upthrust on the metal block when it is fully submerged in water? Dear students, एक मेटल का ब्लॉक है जिसका एयर में जब वेट किया गया तो वो 20 न्यूटन था और इस मेटल के ब्लॉक का जो वॉल्यूम है वो 1000 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब है और जब इस मेटल के ब्लॉक को वाटर के अंदर डाला गया तो उसका वेट 10 न्यूटन है। आपने ये बताना है कि उस मेटल के ब्लॉक के ऊपर अपथ्रस्ट फोर्स कितनी अप्लाई हो रही है। ऑप्शन ए इज़ न्यूटन, ऑप्शन बी इज़ 1 न्यूटन, एंड ऑप्शन सी इज़ 10 न्यूटन, एंड ऑप्शन डी इज़ 100 न्यूटन। The correct answer is C, that is 10 Newton, because the metal block, that volume is 1000 centimeter cube and the weight of the metal block in air is 20 Newton. जब हम इसे वाटर में पुट करेंगे जिसका वेट 10 न्यूटन है और वॉल्यूम 1000 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब है और इस पर अपथ्रस्ट जो फोर्स है वो 10 न्यूटन होगी। The next question is true or false. Dear students, here you have 5 statements and you have read this statement carefully. After the read of this statement, you are able to mark the true or false according to the statement. So let's start. The first one is, contact forces only act when two things are actually touching. Yes, it's true. Students, we have learned that when two things are actually touching and the force present between them, and this force is contact force. The second one is, it takes a force of 1 Newton to lift a bag of apples. It's wrong because It takes a force of 1 Newton to lift a medium size of apple. The third one is, it is upthrust from water that keeps a boat afloat. Yes, it's true. स्टूडेंट्स, जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कि जो वाटर है वो बोट के ऊपर एक अपथ्रस्ट फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहा होता है जिसकी वजह से बोट फ्लोट करती है. द फोर्थ वन इज, शिप्स फ्लोट हायर इन सी वाटर देन फ्रेश वाटर बिकॉज सी वाटर इज डेंसर देन फ्रेश वाटर. येस, इट्स ट्रू, बिकॉज सी वाटर हैज़ हायर कंटेंट ऑफ सॉल्ट. The fifth one is, elastic bands can only be stretched a few times before they lose their elasticity. Yes, it's true. The third question is, the diagrams show people using forces. The first one is lawn mover, B is digging, C is pulling the arrow, D is dragging a sledge, E is weightlifting, and F is rowing. Students, the question is, which are push forces and which are pull forces? The answer is, lawn mover, digging, and weightlifting are the push forces, and pulling the arrow, dragging a sledge, and rowing are the pull forces. And the third question is, name 2 other forces and give an example of each one. The answer of the third question is magnetic force, such as a bar magnet attracting iron filings. And second force is frictional force, for example, a bicycle wheel running against the road when brakes are applied. The fourth one is, some forces act at a distance. Give an example. ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स. स्टूडेंट्स, जैसे कि हमने पढ़ा कि कुछ फोर्सेस ऐसी होती हैं जो कि एक ख़ास डिस्टेंस के ऊपर एक्ट कर रही होती हैं और उन फोर्सेस को हमने ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स या ग्रेविटेशनल पुल का नाम दिया था, जो कि एक ख़ास डिस्टेंस पर किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट कर रही होती है. जिस तरह हमारी ज़मीन मून को अपनी तरफ एक ख़ास फोर्स के साथ अट्रैक्ट कर रही होती है और ये फोर्स ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स होती है. द फोर्थ वन इज़, द टेबल गिव्स द डेंसिटीज ऑफ सम मटेरियल्स and here are the material, that is air, aluminium, gold, lead, petrol, steel, water and wood. And here are the densities of these material and the density in kilogram per meter cube. The first question is, what is density? Students, as you know that density is the mass per unit volume. So the answer is, density is mass per unit volume. And here is the formula of your density. Density is equal to mass over volume. The second question is, what is the density of water in gram per centimeter cube? Students, we know that 1 kilogram per centimeter cube is equal to 1000 gram per centimeter cube. If we have 1000 kilogram per centimeter cube, then we divide the 1000 on the right side. So 1000 kilogram per centimeter cube is equal to 1 gram per centimeter cube. The answer is, the density of water in gram per centimeter cube is 1 gram per centimeter cube. The third question is, name a part is a liquid that is less dense than water. जबकि पेट्रोल जो कि हमारे पास एक लिक्विड मटेरियल है और इसकी डेंसिटी वाटर से कम है. द आंसर इज ऑयल, पेट्रोल, एंड द डेंसिटी ऑफ पेट्रोल इज लेस देन द वाटर. The B part is, two solids that are more dense than steel. Students, here you can see that the density of steel is 7800 kilogram per meter cube and the density of gold, that is 19300 kilogram per meter cube and the density of lead, that is 11300 kilogram per meter cube, and these two materials have more dense than the steel. So the answer is gold and lead. And the C part is a gas with a low density. Students, here you can see that air, the density is 1.3 kilogram per meter cube and air is a mixture of gases. So here the answer is air. D part is a solid that would float on water. Dear students, here you can see that the density of wood is less than the water and the density of wood is 900 and the density of water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So the wood float on the water? And the answer is wood. The fourth one is explain why wood sinks in air but floats on water. The answer is water has an upthrust, which is the force that opposes the weight of wood. That is why wood floats on water. Students, today we have learned the question number 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the exercise of chapter number 7. I hope you marked the correct answer of the question. I hope you understand the questions and the answers of the questions. Stay safe at your homes and keep praying for your country. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.